And I'm here with Kwanzera to cast the third match on October 29th, 27 CLE. It's an Evelyn vs. Braum highlight match. So far, Freljord has taken both of the first two matches, and now we're heading into the third.
Now I'm angry. Who dares defy my will?
Yep, so it looks like bands coming out. AAA, as per usual, for Spook's Shadow Isles, whereas Freljord's gone with Jab, Jarvan, RE, Blitzcrank. So looks like they're gonna put the 1-2 punch into Shadow Isles to make it a convincing 3-0. Ivern, you wish you could pick Ivern, but
you wish, not yet. You could have two trees. Tree versus tree.
Tree versus tree. Who is the better tree?
That's the question.
But that's not a day for today. That'll probably be in 2 weeks from now.
Yes, indeed. I'd have that tree versus tree match.
As for now, Tree Victor going to Maokai, Shadow Isles, even though they haven't technically won a game yet.
Although, I mean, on the balance of power, they're doing good. I mean, the Shadow Isles has been dominating its arc so far, but today, right. Freljord's really turning it around.
Today is Freljord's day, yep. Interesting Ornn pickup. It's Ornn and Nunu. Haven't seen those two in the last few games.
No problem.
They're mixing it up.
Taking a bit of a risk, changing up a winning formula. But
Nocturne mid. And yeah, that's Nocturne mid. Because Maokai goes top. That's Nocturne mid into Anivia. Now, last time this panned out, this did not go well for the Nocturne at all. Went 0-4 in laning phase from against the Anivia. These are the two same players from what I remember. So, wish you luck, buddy. Go heavy. Win us a game. Chicken Wrap plays Evelyn a lot. Loves Evelyn. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of the match, so it's I believe this is so the high tiers.
Yeah, those are the high tiers.
On each side, yeah, we have Nocturne and Evelyn, and Ashe and Anivia.
Right. So high tiers for Freljord, those are the damage dealers right now, Ashe and Anivia. So it really will be up to them to navigate their way in team fights through proper positioning. But more so, it's on the other players, the Braum, the Nunu, the Ornn, to be able to protect these carries so they don't get insta-gibbed in mid-game team fights.
That's going to be, I think, the real challenge. And hey, it should be an educational experience for those other summoners. It'll be a question whether the two high-tier DPSs can marshal their troops.
Right. It's double divers. Well, triple divers, I guess, if you count Maokai as a diver for Shadow Isles. But they'll be looking to flank and assassinate, most likely.
As per usual for the Spooks.
Nunu, interestingly, is going Ghost, from what I can see. It's Ghost Might for Nunu.
I mean, Ghost can be fun. Now, does Ghost remove unit collision with champions or just with minions?
I'm not... Both, I think. I think that it's coded the same way, that you just unit dodge everything.
Coded as minions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that... I was going to say, that could be helpful. Although it may actually be a disadvantage in some ways, in that I guess you can't body block if you're ghosting.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it does allow for extended chase potential, possibly, where you just throw a snowball.
Yep, exactly. Catch him, throw a snowball.
Yeah. probably gonna work out. I do hope that SI's bot lane does find some success though. In the past 2 games, they haven't really been showing up as much. Whether it was Callista Thresh or Callista Mordekaiser, they have been getting pushed in, which is understandable. You're up against the Ashe Braum. That's pretty meta. That's pretty push heavy, early game strong.
Mm-hmm.
But Callista Thresh should be able to, at the very least, hold their own.
Yep. Callista Thresh is a pretty solid lane. As we were discussing, Braum has some nice potential to counter Thresh, and that he can block the hook, or he gets grabbed, he shields, or even if Ashe gets grabbed, he can use stand behind me to jump in front of her. Maybe it's my own bias, but I see Braum as having a lot of valuable counter potential against the Shadow Isles.
Lots of counter potential. Just able to block so much damage with his shield and absorb so much.
Mm-hmm.
Nunu, I don't know if it's the Ardent Nunu, where you go like that one mastery where you slow someone, and then when champions auto-attack that person, they get healing. So if you combine that with Ardent, then it technically gives Ashe an attack speed boost whenever she hits someone with a Nunu snowball. So that could be a possibility. But it's pretty cheese, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it too often.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the rank matchup here, as I recall, I don't have that window open anymore, and I'm still tuning a few things, so this is a little bit speculative. But so if you look at it, so the question is always, how are you going to simplify the match to categorize it, right? Because if you use the full range of tiers, there's just so many, it's whatever factorial, there's so many combinations that you're almost never going to get data points that are relevant. Currently, the first thing you try is we convert to HGL, high, gold, low, and then see if we can get the entire 5v5, like if we have data on HGGLL versus HHHLL, or whatever. And using that categorization, we have an N of 4. We have 4 of these matches in the database, and it's a 50-50. The alternative is to, cancel out equal summoners on each side and see what you're left with. If we do that, then we actually still don't have enough matches for the full tier version with the diamonds, plats, etc. But if you simplify it to HGL, then this is low versus gold, which is 36% win rate for Shadow Isles. So it's a matter of how high you want to set your N, how many matches you require to be in the database before you accept it. It's a long story short, I guess I would average it out and say that it's about a 40-60, 40%, 60% win rate balance here. I think Shadow Isles has about 40% odds.
Right. So Shadow Isles, they have a fighting chance.
Yes, and of course that's just based on the skill tiers, right? Based on how teams performed across all factions, across all games. I think there's reason to believe that Shadow Isles is stronger for the most part right now, but Freljord is turning that around, so.
Wait, so like in the beginning, before you had all this data, how did you compute skill?
Yes, in Mirrorwater and like Ceruleana. Yeah, the first skill adjust system was really primitive. It was just guesswork. It was literally, I said, okay, like a bronze is 1 point, a silver's 2, gold's 3, plat's 4, diamonds 5, or whatever. I don't even know if we had diamonds back then. I don't think we did have diamonds back then. No, I think maybe it had just changed. Anyway, I just did that, and then I just made up a formula that adjusted it. based on that. So it was totally arbitrary. It was just something that enforced some kind of balance so that you didn't have it, and it actually worked. Like, people didn't really try to game it. They didn't try to, like, stack their team with diamonds.
Cool. Sounds good. So then was there like, what was the limit between the points? Like, could they be over?
Oh, no. It was a formula that adjusted the points, much like we adjust points now. But then after those... Here we go. Nice hook. Nice damage.
Exhaust coming out. Ren's not gonna get the Ash, who flashes away. Heal also. Yeah, good pressure by Shadow Isle's bot lane. This is also comparable to the pressure that mid's putting out. Oh, first blood coming in from Kalista. I just blinked
and second blood. Nicely done, Shadow Isles.
Yeah, that's also a gank coming in the top lane as well. Eve double buffs, gonna get the Ornn, possibly flashes away though. Overall, Shadow Isles really performing in this early game. That's a double kill already for bot lane. They're gonna be ahead. Mid lane is up in CS, and top lane Ornn no flash. This is looking really good for Shadow Isles. Naturally, of course, Nunu comes in with the counter jungle. Nunu in your jungle, as expected. 9 HP. 9 HP for the Maokai. Yes.
Not quite as low as the Mord.
Top lane. Eve's probably gonna pick up a kill. No. 7 HP.
Oh!
No. Chicken Wrap securing it, long range Q. Though it's dodgeable, it's very hard to. And that picks up the Ornn. Ornn's gonna be set behind a bit.
Ornn's a big target, broadside of the barn is the phrase that comes to mind.
He does pick up a control ward though to help prevent any further ganks. Ornn has the push advantage right now because of his skill. I don't know what it's called. It's like throws flames out of his mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
That gives him push advantage. Something like that, right?
Yeah. Some abilities was like, what is that ability called?
Belching fire or something. I don't know what it's called.
Acid reflex.
Nocturne almost stopping the Anivia. Nunu might get caught out here. He has Ghost though, should be safe. Outrunning the Eve. Makes it out alive. Yeah, Freljord's just getting pressured in every single role. Top, jungle, bot. Even mid's sort of going okay. But Anivia doesn't deal well with early wave clear, from what I remember. And this allows Shadow Isles to get a good invade and get ward coverage onto the blue.
This Shadow Isles aggression working well for him.
Ornn does a lot of damage. That's 50% right there. It's smart adaptation by Maokai to take up the cloak or
The null magic mantle.
null magic mantle. Yeah. Good hook on the Ash. There's a trade going on mid. Nothing much happens from it though. Maokai going in, that's still 1v2 though. Eve's not gonna help out. Yeah, and Maokai goes down. The tree in the forest
Timber.
falls.
Does it make a sound? Yes, the sound is ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. It doesn't. Looks like there weren't any warning things either, because Eve goes down as well. Freljord coming back. There's another hook onto the Braum. These hooks are becoming pretty effective due to the way Shadow Isles is playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost picking up the Braum. Lots of people at low health this game. Yeah, even Anivia notices.
Yeah.
Always getting away with 10 HP. It's not just the Nocturne though. Everyone's getting away with 10 HP.
Calculations. That's what that is.
Missing pings going out in the bot lane. But Braum's just backing. Shouldn't be too scared. Yeah, it seems really difficult for a Nocturne to get around the Anivia wall. So if he gets ganked like that, he can't do anything.
I mean, what an image of the Freljord, right? You know, you're like stuck between an Anivia wall and Nunu throwing snowballs at you, and you're just like, well, I get to move, you know, 2 feet every 5 seconds.
This Anivia Nunu duo team right now, they're just working together so well.
Yep. Heartwarming, really. Or, you know, whatever the appropriate version is.
Oh,
Whoa!
wow. Nope. Almost. That
She
was
avenged her friend, but Nocturne dives in.
Yeah, they got the Anivia egg, but Orin's here to protect it.
And
Scramble.
she's coming back.
Low mana, but the blue buff's gonna help her out.
She can just slow. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Anivia 4-0, just like that.
From egg to double kill.
That play could have gone either way so easily because of the Eve mechanics, right? Being able to ult over a wall. Just dies to the last tick of Ignite, which gives Anivia the blue buff, which gives her enough mana to fight the Maokai and the Nocturne.
She had that all planned out.
All planned. She could be 1-1 right now, but she's 4-0. So this game on a knife's edge.
Yes, indeed.
The problem here, though, is that it sets Nocturne behind really heavily because all the kills went to Anivia, basically. So that's going to be an advantage that Freljord could work around, having a strong mid lane. Whereas SI is going to have to work with the bot lane. Thresh, Kalista, that's where their advantages are right now. Right.
It's a Nunu ult.
One for one, Anivia gets a kill though.
Now, how much hard C? Oh, coming in again.
Yeah.
Braum's trying to screen.
Sweet. Kill for a Kali.
For Callie.
Kalista. Wow. Ash arrow in between the goalposts.
I have to say, when I look at Evelyn, I keep thinking of Akali.
Yeah, that was a really nice use of the Evelyn ult. Closing the distance with the ult, then finishing it off with the E.
This is hilarious. Running after her, like, come back.
Right. You have no mana though, or no mana. Ash is gonna slow the tree, but Nocturne comes in for a counter gank. Flashes going out. One more auto. Yeah. That's a lot of kills going over. It depends on how well they play this tower dive. Maybe it just throws an icicle.
They recover a fair bit there.
It's a very close game. Even game so far. You would prefer it to be Shadow Isles favored because of their focus on early game. And it's working out in a way because Kalista is really picking it up 5-1. but they just need to be able to deal with Anivia, most likely.
Now, how much hard CC does Shadow Isles have to deal with that Nunu ult?
Nunu ult.
I guess Thresh can stop a Nunu ult.
Yeah, you got Thresh. You got Maokai. He has his ground pound. And yeah, that's it. I wouldn't count Nocturne here because that takes a while. Eve's Charm also takes like 2.5 seconds, and Callista ult also takes a little bit of time. So they've got a lot of delayed hard CC, but the main one is going to be Maokai Q and whatever Thresh can do.
I mean, I guess usually Thresh will have used his hook by then.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure going down on bot tower. If SI are able to pick up bot tower, they will be able to have the game in their court and have more advantages going bot lane.
I hate Anivia.
Yeah, these are picks coming out.
Outstanding Thresh play.
Outstanding. Just giving over your kills to the ADC. Rep. DC.
Factions pause. Poust.
Poust.
Now everything has a lovely sepia tone. But yeah, holding very even still, for sure. Gold in favor of Shadow Isles. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this team fight looks like. The Nunu and the Anivia, I mean, I kind of feel like this Shadow Isle strategy's got to just be, don't all stand in one place. I mean, the amount of deeps that could be going on in an AoE here.
Right, in terms of effective gold, it's pretty even. And they will have to focus down the Anivia. Anivia is totally the most fed one, but at the very least her AoE is limited to her ult, which isn't too big.
True, true. Although when you're hyper slowed inside of it, it may seem quite large.
What's the average distance you could travel per second?
It's a bit
Anivia ults.
Yeah, exactly. And what does it feel like? It's a bit like the old one about the range on Warwick's ult scales proportionally to your will to live.
Right.
Why isn't Warwick a pickup for Shadow Isles? That would be fun. I guess he's more Zon. Especially with his new lore, he's not really even... Well, he is still sort of a werewolf, though.
Sorta.
He might be more legit than Ivern. Sorry, Ivern, than Shaco.
There's gonna be a gang on Tanunia. Picking up the kill. Good pick. Maybe he's gonna respond though. Bot lane, Ornn wants something. But no, they get the icon. Back in the mid. Anivia's gonna go down.
I like the little ghost icon next to fleeing. Spooky.
Very scary. Once
Doing
again,
him a
we see
heck of a
Shadow.
concern.
Yeah, Shadow Isles are gonna take a lead. The problem is, when are they gonna close? Because they will need to close very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit like a Noxus, Noxus versus Piltover, let's say, right? Where it's like, yep, you got the early lead, but you got to do something with it because the other team will outscale you.
Wait, they're just on a timer right now. There's the stun. Eve will go into a 1v4. Don't know what she can do there. Those 3 kills going back over to Freljord will extend the game somewhat because it brings back gold.
Maokai does not like this tower. It's a very nasty things about his mother.
Pounding it down.
Yeah. Ah, there'd be a wall.
Oh, but did you see the adaptation there? So, one thing I noticed is that Nocturne always tends to dodge left when confronted with the Anivia wall. Then Anivia compensated, right, by placing her ult to the left of the wall. But then this time, Nocturne dodged right.
Ah.
So,
Those diamond mechanics coming from Heavy.
just a little bit of mind games right there. It's pretty small, but it might mean something in the long run. Nice dodge.
I must compliment Anivia on her colorful plumage.
Very festival.
Yes.
Looks like they want to fight for the dragon. There's nothing else here in bot. Maybe they just want to fight. Flank coming in left turn. The bird. The knight's going down, but Nocturne goes down first.
But now, fresh Maokai's coming into the fight.
He'll be able to tank a bit, but Ornn just burns right through him.
Gotta dodge those slows if they want to chase the Freljord.
Yeah, Freljord's really low. They pick up the brawl. But they are kiting, and that's their strength.
Yep. The disengage, Freljord disengage is pretty good.
It's only a 2-for-2, but it feels like SI won because they're pushing up the lane. They'll probably be able to pick up a dragon.
They don't see the Nunu.
You don't see the Nunu. This is the Nunu ult. Oh, no, he's just going in. Throws a snowball, walks out.
I tried a Nunu ult from bush. I think there at least used to be a time when if Nunu ulted from a bush, you didn't see the animation. You just all started taking damage.
Yeah, you don't see it still, actually. I think.
Really?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You're just slow.
Yeah, you
And
get
you're
slows,
like, why
right,
am I
yeah.
slow?
It's like,
Yeah.
why are we all slow all of a sudden? And then you're like, uh-oh. It's like, does anyone notice it's getting cold in here?
Yeah.
I put on a sweater.
There's another hook. That's on the Ornn, though. Can't do much with that. Not going to be an engage here. Callista's still back in base, but they should be able to wave clear, and there'll probably be a fight for something. You know,
Evelyn escapes the Nunu ult. Callista's on her way.
good hook on the brawl. Oh, the orange color knocking the Maokai into the Anivia Q. Good teamwork.
They were
Another hook on the brawl.
able to stop.
It's a very interesting way to fight Shadow Isles.
Well, they're sort of being pushed away by all this CC and zoning from the Freljord.
Right.
I'm saying like they prevented the rest of the Shadow Isles from following up with Evelyn. She managed to back off, but
It's a little disjointed in a sense, since Evelyn went in first, then Nocturne went in, which kind of led to Evelyn dying. But at the same time, it's effective because it's unorthodox. Because you have one diver, then you have another diver just when you think the coast is clear. That takes down Anivia and her passive. It was a 3-for-3, but Shadow Isles get the tower. So as long as you get the objective in the end, that's what matters.
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of a layers thing going on here too, right? Where, you know, there's some sense to not going in all at once. You know, usually you want to coordinate and, you know, sort of put everything in at once. But if, for example, they get used to the idea of, you know, Nocturne dives in on them, so when they see Nocturne, they pour everything they have into stopping Nocturne. If they overcommit their CC and their peel to Nocturne, well, then, you know, Evelyn or someone could dash in and the other side and, you know, catch him unaware. So it does require a bit of balance from the Freljord.
Right. In the last case, they threw everything onto Evelyn, which killed Evelyn pretty quickly. Then they had to throw stuff onto Nocturne. But then by the end of it all, Callista was the one cleaning up the Anivia. So there was a lot of threats from SI right now.
There's a drag for SI.
That's tower in response for Freljord. Shadow Isles have mid priority, but I'm just not too sure what we could do with it. Going on to Nunu, he's somewhat tanky. Pretty tanky Nunu. Offering his damage also. Responding on kill, getting knocked.
Meanwhile, a lot of Freljord minions on top.
Yeah, that's a result of the Nunu Orange pushing that wave out. It shouldn't get tower. Oh, Eve's going in. Can't get out though. Perfect stuns. Yes,
So much CC.
Shield. The bronze shield saving the day.
Hey, Thresh has got some Swifties.
Swifties on Thresh. Nice. That's how we roll. Another hook.
Ashe playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, that's another kill for Callista. 11-2-4. Most fed. She's hitting her power spike right now, so SI really have to capitalize.
I wonder if split. I wonder which team's in a better position to split push, if either is. Teleport difference.
Whoa, wait, where did the Eve come from? It was her.
Oh, right onto the Callista. Nunu follows up.
But disengaged by Malachi, unless they want to re-engage. Also an option.
Malphite blocks the Ornn.
Nocturne just coming in from the side, picking up the Ashe. There's no damage dealers so far on Freljord yet, and Nivea's still in base. Eve messed up her ult. I thought it was some like sick mind games, right? So then, what I thought happened is that Eve threw her ult in reverse to get behind the Anivia, because she knew Anivia would flash away, and then she would come. But nope. Wasn't some diamond level super mechanic thing. It was just messed up. That's all. Sometimes
it happens, and sometimes you gotta adapt. And there's always the question for the team, like, okay, what do we do? Do we, you know, just cut our losses and run, or do we try to make something of it? And I think yeah, there was some Maokai was really doing some work there.
Yeah, he had a good ult, able to pick up a lot. Hold on to Maokai.
And then he was just sort of holding in this key position there, and then critically turned to help take out that Ashe.
Stopping from any casualties, any more casualties. Eve might be caught. It's greedy though, trying to turn on Ashe. Rest of SI is here. We'll go pretty even. Freljord's should play defensively right now, because they outscale from historical from what we've seen so far. Good 3-man Warner. That'll be a very good engage option for them. Nocturne's gonna come in for the backline, instantly putting Anivia in the bag. Unable to do too much. So. Callista might clean up. It's a 2v4 so far, but she is insanely fed. QSS. Unable to pick it up now. Maokai's been surviving for a long time, but just goes down. Always the tanks in the end.
Yep. Yeah, if they get your DPS, then there's a sad thing where you're like tank standing around just getting like slowly whittled away.
Right. It's always the two front fight so far. You've got double divers and Nocturne and Eve. Then you've got Calista, Thresh, Maokai holding their own. And then the way Freljord's handling it is quite good, being able to kill off first the divers and then go after the Calista Thresh.
I feel like playing Freljord this arc has taught me a lot about peeling.
Peeling, yes, a lot of peeling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, SI, you gotta learn how to dive, the target priority and stuff.
Two very important teamfight skills.
Baron for the Freljord. Hook onto the Scuttle. Sometimes that's the hardest hook to land. You never know which way Scuttle's gonna dodge.
Scuttle's got some good micro.
Yeah.
Sometimes it scuttles to the left, sometimes scuttles to the right.
Shadow Isles, as long as they don't get caught in a fight, they're handling their minion pushing very well. As long as they don't get caught. There's a wall, watch the Anivia wall, guys. It is kind of an interesting position because you want SI to close out the game, but you're up against Baron, so you need to wait until Baron's over. But that'll extend the game a bit.
It's like you want to somehow do both at once, right?
Right. Ornal, 3-man, once again, that's going to be comboed into the Moonwolf. That's a lot of zoning damage. But Ashe goes down in the background. They forgot about their ADC to peel.
And without Ashe, I don't know.
That's a 1-for-1. But so far, Shadow Isles, as long as they keep the minion waves pushed, they're in a better spot than Freljord, because Freljord's unable to do anything.
Just gotta keep being spooky.
Snowball.
There's the ghost. It's a ghost Yeti.
There's the chasing potential.
Oh, nice flash! But then the Ornal was like, oh my god! How much must this Eve suffer?
Yeah. I want to point out this Orn is doing a lot of work. That he's been having consistent 3-man Ornals and able to pick up the Eve there.
Yeah.
After the Ashe ult was able to force the
That was
flash.
like a freaking obstacle course for Eve. It's like, get big for the Nunu, then flash the arrow, then Ornal.
You can't do anything once you use all your escapes. That was a lot of good teamwork. By
Although
the
she did eat, 2 ults.
2 ults. From like a spectator point of view, it's not really too scary because we
Yep.
can see that.
But the Nocturne also quite disorienting. Like it's wonderful that
Right.
way, and that it freaks everyone out. It's a very
Right.
flavorful ult.
You just see Freljord, it's like, alright, everyone group up, huddle together.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
That. Yeah.
I believe you can have a successful Nocturne ult where you don't dive on anybody.
Right. Right.
The sudden loss of vision can be very powerful.
Freljord can't really do too much right now. They're grouping up, which is understandable, but don't want to get picked off against the Nocturne. But ward coverage, very strong for Shadow Isles. They have the entire like diagonal river warded up.
Oh, that is some beautiful ward coverage right there. Look at all those. Ah, those vision wards, and it's beautiful. Well done, Thresh and company.
Yeah, definitely. If you got 2 vision wards, it means that it's not just the support warding.
Yep,
Someone else out there also looking out. That's Eve going for the back line. Takes an arrow to the face though. Has to get out.
And like I was saying, I just increasingly believe that just everyone on your team should have a vision ward out. Like, it doesn't really cost much.
That's a Guardian Angel 3rd item for Ashe, actually. She's realizing that she needs a defensive option. Yeah, and Eve can't do anything. Here, the ADC is gonna outduel the assassin there.
Yep.
Maybe taking down Kalista. That's the Fed member on the side.
Oh, here comes the Nocturne.
Yeah, I gotta get the egg down though. Should be easy. Braum's a little fleeing away. Yeah. You knew Braum probably don't do too much damage, but Ashe does. Ornn does a lot. If he gets to knock up again, double Ornn ults. That forces out the flash from Nocturne. Nice spell shield though to eat the Ashe ult. SI goes down.
Gold still holding fairly even.
Very even, but as the game goes on, this will be in Freljord's favor. Unless SI start getting some better team fights. They have not been looking too good in recent team fights. There's a kill on the Braum, but it costs Eve's life, so it's not...
Pretty fair trade though. It distracted them from that tower. And you know, SI is up on towers.
Right, right. They will be able to clean up, so that was very good overall in the long run.
Yeah, it was a risky play by Eve, but it paid off, I believe. Not only was it a
Pays off.
1-for-1, but yeah, save the tower, let him clean up.
Especially right now, Ornn is down, Baron's up 10 seconds.
Ah.
Doesn't look like SI are in a position though to go get Baron. Maybe ward. They'll ward around it. Who knows?
Playing Eve against a Freljord Peel makes me want to gouge my eyes out with a rusty spoon.
Freljord Peel, that's the comp we always see. Name of the game.
Braum is just trolling Evelyn. Wait, just then don't. Oh, well.
Hey, aren't you glad you got to play Eve?
Yes.
Totally, right. Eve's such a great champion. She just stalls. She's the reason mid tower's up, you know?
She saved mid tower. That's now
saved
the
mid.
Eve Memorial Tower.
Yeah, right. And the featured champ for Freljord is Braum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Braum's always useful. He just shields everything. He's shielding his team.
Look at this damages.
What damage? So much damage. So
Just
much.
like it was like a column of explosions.
Wow. How did?
I've got to. I can't resist. I must
play
go
that.
back and watch that.
I think it's because Ornn wasn't able to TP there.
All right, let's watch this. I'm at 34, 40, 41, 42 if you want to watch. All right, now going to half speed. So there's the Nocturne ult. Kalista stops the Nunu ult. Nocturne dives in on Anivia.
Yeah, they're able able to pick up the Anivia and Guardian Angel on Ashe as well.
And then yeah, it's just all over.
So that was it. DPS just
They run around. I'm going high speed now. They killed Baron.
They also killed Orin. Also.
Yep, there's the Orin fighting valiantly. And now we have
They're chasing Thresh, and they killed Thresh.
Still though, not a bad turn by Shadow Isles.
Very good fight by the Shadow Isles. Being able to instantly realize there was an opportunity, just taking it, killing off the Ashe and the Anivia.
Oh, that dive onto Ashe!
So much damage.
Ashe just was just gone.
The snowball that was chasing you.
Slow motion snowball. No, he was like, no.
That wall was really good.
I mean, hey, with that like backless dress she's wearing, just imagine like a snowball and your bare. That's. I mean, even if you're undead, that's got to be unpleasant.
Yeah. Small skirmishes going around. Braum goes down to the Nocturne. Nocturne's starting to put in some work.
Whew. Anivia damages. Now, Callista's getting her anger out on the egg.
It's like poke, stab the egg again and again.
Poached egg. Haha.
Yeah. Shadow Isles is looking really good right now, the way they're fighting. Just being able to pick off the Ashe and pick off the Anivia.
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing a sudden increase in Shadow Isles. Just how well they're doing. Their coordination, their focus.
Right?
Now they get a dragon. I have to wonder if Freljord's starting to panic a little bit, or if they can stay, shall we say, cool under pressure.
Yeah.
But I think that might be the thing. I think Freljord would be a little bit like, wait, I thought we had this. What's going on? They're unbalanced.
Hopefully they can regain their momentum. Chill a bit. Shadow Isles are pushing for the mid. Anivia will be up in like a second. She's up now, so that should help with the wave clear. In this situation, though, Nocturne's putting a little more emphasis on split pushing rather than joining his team because he's able to ult into a fight.
Yep.
But the flank's gonna be a little bit scary due to the terrain.
Just managed to escape, and now here he is ulting.
Alright, Ashe is down.
Right onto Ashe again.
Yeah. Shadow Isle's looking good. They could kill off the Anivia. Yeah, that's Anivia down. That could be game right here. Freljord's out of DPS.
There's the inhibitor. Yep. I mean, let's see if Nunu can kill everybody, but
What can Nunu do? So many spears.
there's the
That's
ace.
an ace. That's probably gonna be game. They all group up, kill the next turrets.
GG, well played. All right, I'm gonna indulge myself one more time. I'm gonna jump back and watch that last team fight just to see again what happened. I think I know what happened. I think it was Nocturne nailing Ashe and then the rest of them turning on Anivia. But let's have a look. So it all started with at about let's go to about 38-15, so 14-15. So Nocturne takes that top inhib. He manages to slip away as Anivia chases. Then the fight starts.
Right.
Slow motion. Down. Ashe is just gone. Like,
Freljord had to spread out in a sense because they were trying to catch a little bit of Shadow Isles' backline, right? But then that left Ashe open to get Nocturne ulted off.
And they managed to drop Braum early, which I think is actually important because that takes away a lot of their peel.
That's it.
There's the Zhonya's, but there's no one really. I mean, Orange coming and trying to help out Anivia, but can't, so smartly turns and says, okay, I gotta get back to the tower. Nunu's like, I don't know what I can do. It's 2 versus 5 now.
By that point, it was like pretty much over.
I mean, what a great pair of dives from the Shadow Isles. And I will say, a nice split by Nocturne to start it all off.
Yeah, very good choice as well.
Like you were saying, he can ult into the fight, and he does have some, escape capabilities. All right, GGWP. So it's 2-1 for the Freljord, but this third match, win for Shadow Isles.
Still a Freljord win, but SI get their comeuppance.
Definitely more mixed. Like I said, I switched over to using the points and making kind of a continuum of outcomes rather than it just being, count the wins and losses. So, it's definitely different based on what the total outcome is.
Right. I think this rank matchup was fairly even, though.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Again, it depends a little bit on how you count it, but yeah, using the standard computation or the 50-50. All right, well, let's see. And so let me see if someone has sent in the results. If not, I guess I nominate... I clearly nominate Baka to send it in. And it's time for a bit of closeout music. All right, well, thanks for joining me, casting, Quan. I need to dash off, but I will have an update shortly about the lore outcomes here.
Awesome. Thanks
Fun series of matches.
Yeah.
All right, catch you later. Thanks to everyone who played, watched, streamed, cast.